Hello, and welcome to this full body workout with a focus on the inner thighs. For this workout, you're going to want to have something to bring into your inner thighs, so either a pillow or a cushion. I'm using a soft yoga block, and we're going to start off lying down. Okay, so I'll get you to come to lying down onto your mat, and if you can bring your pillow or your cushion or your block into your inner thighs. And just start off lying down with a long spine. Make sure your neck and shoulders feel comfortable. You can always use a pillow there if that feels more comfortable for you. And just feeling the tailbone relaxed down onto the mat. And we're going to start off with a focus on the breath and using the abdominals, the inner thighs, and also the pelvic floor. And so the pelvic floor is all of the muscles that are between the pubic bone and your tailbone and your two sitting bones. So all the muscles right down at the base of the pelvis. So if you've learned Kegels, you're going to be practicing that here, or lifting the perineum. And we're going to be doing that here. And I have many other videos that go into much more detail about the pelvic floor. If you're interested in that, I encourage you to check that out. Okay. And so we'll start off lying down and bringing your hands onto the sides of your ribs if that feels comfortable. And we're going to start off taking a slow breath in, feeling the ribs wide and open like an accordion expanding. And as you breathe out, you're going to slowly squeeze your ribs to close, like you're squeezing the accordion. You're going to squeeze your inner thighs, squeezing your pillow, lifting the pelvic floor like a Kegel, and drawing your navel towards your spine. And so your pelvis might tilt a little bit when you do that, and that's fine. If it does or doesn't, it's both fine. Okay, breathing in to relax, let the ribs open like an accordion, relax the inner thighs. And exhaling, squeezing the ribs, squeezing the inner thighs, lifting the pelvic floor, and drawing the navel towards the spine. Breathing in to relax, let everything open. And we'll take 2 more breaths here. Exhaling, squeezing the ribs, the navel, the inner thighs, the pelvic floor lifts, relaxing the neck and shoulders and the jaw. Okay, breathing in to relax. So we're really trying to isolate our core muscles. Exhaling, squeezing the ribs, the navel, the pelvic floor, the inner thighs. Try not to clench the glutes, although they will be working a little bit. And then breathing in to relax. Okay, we're going to take this into a shoulder bridge. As you breathe out, squeeze the ribs, the inner thighs, the pelvic floor, the navel, and roll up 1 vertebra at a time, coming up onto your shoulder blades at most, not your neck. Okay, so you have a straight line from shoulders to knees. Inhale, hold. Exhaling, peeling down through the chest first, then the ribs, then the navel, peeling down 1 vertebra at a time. And inhaling, everything relaxes. And again, exhaling, squeezing the ribs and the pillow, navel drawing in, pelvic floor drawing in. Holding here, breathing in, reaching your sitting bones past your knees. And exhaling as you're peeling down. See if you can keep your hips lifted as long as possible as you roll through your back. And breathing in to relax completely. And again, exhaling, tilting the pelvis, squeezing, engaging those inner muscles. Again, the glutes will be working, but try not to clench them. Breathing in to hold and breathing out. Relaxing the chest, the ribs, the navel in towards the spine, peeling back down. Breathing in to relax. Okay, this next time we're going to roll up and hold up at the top. And we're going to breathe in to hold our position. And as you breathe out, hug the inner thighs and kick 1 leg out, keeping the legs together. Inhaling, land. And then other side. Exhaling, squeezing the pillow, squeezing the inner thighs. Inhaling down. If this is too much, exhaling, just lifting 1 heel off the floor, keeping the inner thighs together. Okay, or if you can, kicking your leg out. So both options are fine. Okay, and we'll do 4 more. Breathing out, feeling the core engage first, and then the leg lifts. And inhale, return. So use your first half of the exhale to engage the core, to engage the inner thighs, and the second half to lift the foot off. 1 more of each. Core first, and then the motion. Inhaling, return, and exhaling, using your breath and breathing in to return. And then peel back down, one vertebra at a time. Hug your legs in towards your chest, just giving your back a little bit of a break, just in case any tension crept into there. Okay, and then keeping the pillow in the inner thighs. If you can bring the legs out to 90 degrees bent, open the arms out to the side, and they can be straight or bent. I'm going to show bent here. And then as you breathe in, we'll sway the legs over to the right, peeling off the left hip, but not the shoulder. And exhale, squeeze the inner thighs and the navel to bring yourself back. Other side, inhaling, peeling off the hip, but not your shoulder. Exhale, squeeze the inner thighs and the navel to come back and continue. Using your inhale to control yourself over. And then exhale, squeeze your core muscles to bring you back. It's like that's what brings you back. Inhaling to sway and exhaling, squeezing the inner thighs, drawing the navel in to come back. Breathing into the side. Breathing out, pulling the navel in to come back. And just continue. Again, if you need to tone this down, you can do this with the feet on the floor. We'll do one more to each side. Breathing into the side. Exhaling, pulling the navel into return. Okay, just going to where you can with control. You're not dropping your legs over to the side. Okay, land your feet down. And then we're going to go into curling the upper body up. So if you can interlace your hands together underneath your head and just keep your head down on the mat as we set our neck alignment up. Okay, so I want you to slightly tilt your chin in and lengthen the back of the neck. So it's like you're looking down your nose. Your elbows are a little bit lifted in the corner of your eye and your shoulders are down. And I want you to keep this position throughout so that the back of the neck stays long and the head stays heavy into your hands. Then we're going to exhale as we draw the navel towards the spine and imprint the lower back so that it's as close to the floor as we can comfortably make it. Ideally, it's touching. Okay, breathing in to prepare. Exhale, peel the upper body up, drawing the navel in even deeper. Then float the legs up. We're keeping the back in contact with the mat. Inhaling as you lower the feet first, and inhaling, lowering the head. Okay, so if you need to, we could exhale as you peel the upper body up and just lift the heels off the floor. And then lower the heels and lower the head. Okay, but if you can, we're going to exhale, peel the upper body up. The lower back is in contact with the mat. The navel really pulls in. You lift the legs. Inhaling, lowering the legs, keeping your contact with the floor. Inhaling down for two more. Exhaling, really working your breath, squeezing the ribs, navel in. Float the legs up. Lower back down with the legs and then the head. Okay, this next time, peeling up, imprinting your back into the mat, float the legs up, and we're going to hold here. Okay, let's flex the feet, and then staying up with the upper body, exhaling, lowering the legs down, inhaling, lift. Just in the range, exhale down, just in the range where you can keep your back flat to the floor. And so just continue. You might lower halfway and return. If you're feeling strong in your core, you might lower to tap the heels and return. So just really feeling the focus is on the navel pressing down towards the spine pressing down to the mat. Okay, not letting the abdominals dome up. But finish up. So now, as we exhale, we're going to extend the legs out to straight at about a 45-degree angle and inhale to return. And again, we're keeping our back flat and breathing into return. So your legs don't need to go out all the way. They could go out just part way and breathe in, return. And they could also go out a little bit higher than 45 degrees if you need to. Okay, breathing out, squeezing the navel in towards the spine, keeping your back flat. And we'll just do two more. Finding your range where you feel solid in the low back and the belly. And then return back down. Okay, landing back down. Last thing we'll do here is if you can hold onto the sides of your mat and pull down on it to help your shoulders come down. We're going to bring the legs up into the air. And we're doing tailbone curls, and these can be really small, okay? Try to have your eyes straight up to the ceiling so you're not looking at me when you're doing this, so the neck is neutral. And we're going to exhale as you lift the hips and inhale, lower. Exhaling to lift, inhale, lower. And just continue. Now you're pulling down on the mat to help your shoulders come down and keep your head down on the mat. So just keeping this really small. Okay, we're trying not to kick our legs. We want to keep them bent. And you're trying to feel your inner thighs squeeze in. Your lowest abdominals are working, the muscles from your pubic bone to your belly button. And you're drawing in the pelvic floor for 3 and 2, and finish this last 1 and relax. And land your feet, take the block or the pillow out. We're totally done with it, so you can put that off to the side and just let the knees open. You can give your inner thighs a little bit of gratitude for what they just did. And then if you can roll to the side, bring yourself up into a deep forward fold standing. And just letting the upper body hang down. Okay, and staying here, we'll bend one knee at a time. Breathing in as one knee bends. Breathing out as the other knee bends. Keeping your heels flat. Okay, the legs never need to fully straighten. Okay, but just letting the upper body hang, maybe giving the neck and the shoulders a little bit of a shake. And then even off your sides, and we'll bend both knees, draw the navel in, and curl yourself up to standing one vertebra at a time. Okay, so standing tall, you want to have your feet about hip distance apart, okay, kind of a narrow hip distance, spreading out all your toes, and just slightly lifting the arches of your feet, like imagining they're a little suction cup, lifting up, and feeling the leg muscles hug in towards the bones, keeping that feeling of the inner thighs hugging into that imaginary block, okay? Trying not to clench the muscles, but instead thinking of them hugging. Okay, and then starting off with a full body flow, we're going to turn the arms out. And as you breathe in, you're reaching your arms up, lifting your chest. Keep the navel in and the neck long. Exhaling, bending your knees, sitting down into chair. The chest is lifted. The pelvis is slightly tilted with the belly in. And again, inhale, press the legs straight, rotate the arms out, and lift the chest. Exhaling, bend in the knees, chest is lifted, pelvis slightly tilted, belly in. 2 more. Inhale, press the legs to straight, lifting the arms, lifting the chest. Exhaling, bend in the knees, keeping the lifting feeling in the body. Inhaling, turn the arms out and lift. Keep the lift as you exhale, come down and hold. So now from here, we're going to inhale as we stretch the legs out straight, open the arms straight, and try to keep the spine straight like a table, but keeping the chest a little bit lifted, like the eye on your chest is reaching forward. Exhale, bend the knees into your chair, lowering your hips, lifting the belly, lifting the chest. And again, inhale, stretch the legs, open the arms. Exhale, bend the legs, draw the low belly in. And again, inhale, stretch the legs, open the arms, open the chest. Exhale, lift the belly, lift the chest, lower the tailbone. 2 more. Inhale, stretch the legs, open the arms. Exhale, bend the legs, lowering the tailbone, lifting the belly. Last one, breathing in and out. Good, and then press your legs to straight. And we're going to put this together in a flow. Turn the arms out, breathe in, lift the belly, lift the chest, lift the arms. Keep your lifting energy as you exhale, come down into chair pose. Inhale, stretch the arms and legs. Exhaling, folding everything down, relaxing. Inhale, bend the knees, curl the tailbone and draw the low belly in. Exhaling, rolling up 1 vertebra at a time, pressing the feet into the floor. And again, turn the arms out, breathing in, lifting the belly, lifting the chest, lifting the arms. Exhaling, sitting into your chair. Chest is lifted, belly is lifted. Inhale, stretch the arms and legs, opening wide. Exhaling, folding down, relaxing. Inhaling, bend in the knees, curling the tailbone, drawing the belly in. Exhaling, rolling up. 1 more time. Turn the arms out. Breathe in, lift the belly, lift the chest. Exhaling, bend in the knees, keeping your lift. Inhaling, stretching the arms and legs, opening wide. Exhaling, folding down. Relax the head completely. Inhale, bend the knees, curl the tailbone, and exhaling, rolling up. Okay, we're going to take this into a balance. We'll breathe in as you bend the knees and just letting the arms hang. And the chest is lifted, the tailbone is drawn down, the belly is in. We're going to exhale as opposite arm and leg come forward. Okay, we're keeping that inner thigh hug in like when we had the pillow there. Inhaling to lower, let the arms hang. Exhaling, other opposite arm and leg come forward. And continue breathing in and exhaling, pushing into the floor. Now, I want you to keep your pelvis really level. And so, a feeling like your abdominals are like a seatbelt, flat across your hips, and you're just hinging the leg in the hip socket like you're a marionette. Okay, exhaling up. And one more to each side, breathing in, exhaling, again, pressing the foot into the floor, feeling really connected through the four corners of the feet. Okay, now staying with this, or if you can, we're going to add on. We're going to inhale, let the arms hang. Exhale, opposite arm and leg forward. Inhale, bend your standing leg, go back. Exhaling, coming forward again. Okay, inhale, bend the knees, let the arms hang. Exhaling, opposite arm and leg forward. So we keep the inner thighs hugging in as we reach back. And exhaling, stretching, and come forward. Okay, inhaling down. You can stick with the first option if you need to. Exhaling, coming up. Inhale, bend your standing leg going back. Exhaling, stretching your standing leg coming up. Inhaling, bending down, arms hang. Exhaling, opposite arm and leg forward. So this is really good for the mind, getting our coordination. Exhaling forward. And we'll do one more of each. Inhaling down. Exhaling. Feeling your hips stay level. Inhaling back. The abdominals are like a seatbelt. Exhaling forward. Okay, inhaling, letting the arms relax. Exhaling, opposite arm and leg forward. Inhaling back, inner thighs hugging in. Exhaling forward. And then inhaling down and hold. He's staying here. Let's bring the hands into prayer position. Again, chest is lifted, pelvis is slightly tilted. We're keeping our inner thighs hugged in. And we'll inhale as one heel lifts and exhale to change. Inhale to change. Exhale to change. And continue. We're trying to stay nice and low. We're working our thighs. And we're trying to keep the inner thighs hugged in together and your weight on the first and second metatarsal. So our ankles are squeezing in. Okay, we're not letting them roll out towards the pinky toe side. Okay, just one more of each, staying nice and low. And then we're going to add on. We're going to go inhale, one heel lifts. Exhale, rise up and both heels lift. Inhale, other heels lift. Both legs are bent. Exhaling, both heels lift. Inhaling, bend in the knees into chair pose. Exhaling, rising up onto both toes. Inhaling, bending, heel is lifted. Exhaling, squeeze the ankles and the inner thighs. So again, we're keeping that feeling of the block. Exhaling, coming up. And last one, inhaling down and exhaling up. Good, lower the heels, relax, good. And then we're going to continue with our flow. Turn the arms out, breathing in, lifting the belly, lifting the chest. Exhale, bend the knees coming down. Inhale, stretch the arms and legs. And exhaling to lower. Now, we're going to come down into all fours position. So if ever you need any padding underneath your knees, just make sure you have that there. Your hands are right underneath your shoulders. You want your shoulders down and your elbows are not hyperextending. They're in a micro bend position. And we're going to keep our left knee where it is and step our right foot back onto our toes. Okay, with the shoulders down, we're going to exhale as we tuck our left knee towards our nose, draw the belly in, inhale, land, and then exhaling as opposite arm and leg lift, right leg and left arm, and land. Exhaling, left knee tucks, inhale, land, exhaling, right leg and left arm lift, and inhale, land, and continue. Exhale, knee tuck, scoop the navel, inhale, land, And exhaling, keeping the navel in. And inhale, land. 2 more. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, land. Exhaling, opposite arm and leg lift. And land. Keep your shoulders down. Squeeze the navel towards the spine. Lower. And opposite arm and leg lift. And land. Okay, now this next part is a little bit challenging. We're going to exhale as we try to step our left foot forward into a lunge. And then inhale as we land the knee down. Okay, so we're trying to keep the shoulders down and scoop the belly in, really work the flexibility of the hips, and inhale land. If you need to, you could step the foot out to the side. Okay, and that's totally great. Or you can just modify as best you can. We're just going to do 2 more, okay? So if you need to leave out this part, I get it. This is hard. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, land. And this last one, we're stepping forward. We're going to step both feet forward and curl up to stand. Okay, once you're up, we're going to do a series of lunges where we're alternating one on the right and one on the left. Okay, always alternating sides. And we're keeping that feeling of the inner thighs hugging in and the muscles hugging into the bones. Okay, so first is a simple lunge. We're going to inhale as we slide back. You want a big step. We're aiming the knees to go to 90 degrees. Make sure this front knee doesn't go past the toes. Okay, we're trying to keep the spine really vertical, tailbone down, belly in, and then exhaling, step together. Other leg. Inhale, sliding back into the lunge. Exhale, stepping forward, and continue. Inhale, stepping back. Exhale, forward. Now, keep the spine really tall, like you have a book balanced on your head. And we're trying to keep the navel drawn in and the tailbone pointing to the floor so the low back is staying stable. And then we're really working our hips and our thighs. Okay, let's just do 1 more, just evening off your sides. Now, we're going to add on. We'll inhale, lunge back. Exhale, push to balance and land. Okay, inhaling, lunging back. Exhaling, pushing to balance and land. And continue. Inhaling back. Exhale, push and land. Inhaling back. Now, we're still trying to keep our spine really tall all the time. So keeping your eyes and your chest forward. Okay, the inner thighs hugging into center. Okay, we're going to add on. We'll inhale as we lunge back. And now we're exhaling and we lift the leg behind, keeping the chest and eyes forward and land. Alternating sides. Inhaling, lunging back. Exhaling, lift the leg and lower. Okay, inhaling, lunge, keeping chest and eyes forward and inner thighs together and land. Inhaling, lunging back. Exhaling, lift and land. 1 more of each. Okay, really vertical here, and then keeping your chest lifted as you balance. Inhaling, lunge. Exhaling, push and land. Then finally, we're going to put this all together. Okay, and so we inhale as we lunge back. Exhale, push, lift the leg. Inhale, coming up, tuck the knee up. Exhaling, land. Let the arms come down. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, push, chest reaches forward. Inhale, squeeze the inner thighs together. Exhale, land. And continue. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, push, lift the leg, lift the chest. Inhale, tuck the knee in, arms up. Exhale, land. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, push. Inner thighs are always hugging in. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, land. 1 more to each side. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, push. Chest is up. Inner thighs hug in together, coming up. Exhaling, land. And last one. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, push. Lift the leg. Inhale, lifting the chest and arms. Exhaling, land. Okay, good for you. Okay, breathing in, reach the arms up, lift the chest. Exhaling, bend the knees, coming down into chair. Inhale, stretch the legs and arms out. Exhale, fold. Come down into your all fours position. And hands right underneath the shoulders. So this time we're going to keep our right knee where it is, step our left foot back onto the toes. Okay, the shoulders are down and the elbows, we're keeping them we don't want to hyperextend them. We want to micro bend. Okay, exhaling, right knee tucks and land. And then left leg, right arm lift and land. Exhaling, tuck, inhale, land. Exhaling, opposite arm and leg lift and land. Okay, tucking right knee up, a belly button really drawing in. Inhale, land. And left leg and right arm up. Inhale, land. For 2 more. Okay, keeping the shoulders down and really drawing the navel towards the spine throughout. And last one. Okay, then our step through. So exhaling, you draw the belly in. You're stepping forward into the lunge and inhaling, landing the knee. Or if you need to, you can exhale, step out to the side and inhaling, land the knee. Or you can step partly forward and inhaling, land. All of that is fine. For 2 more. Stepping forward, inhaling, land. And last one, stepping forward, step both feet forward, curl up to standing. Okay, up at the top, turn to face wide along your mat and have the feet quite wide, wider than shoulder width. And let your feet be natural. They don't have to be perfectly parallel or turned out like a ballet position, but just a natural position, just making sure that your knees are tracking in line with your second and your third toes. Okay, and so just to warm up, we're going to be working on a little bit more balancing here using the inner thighs, but to warm up, we'll start off inhaling as you stretch over to the left. Exhale, center. Inhaling, stretching over to the right. Exhaling, center. And then just continue breathing in to the side. Exhale, center. Breathing in, long reach from your hand to your foot. Exhale, center. Okay, keep the belly drawn in and the tailbone down. Breathing in and out. So now we're going to inhale as we stretch over to the left knee is bent. And then as we exhale, we're going to push onto our right leg, trying to balance. Okay, inhaling, stretching over to the left. Exhaling, pushing onto the right. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, push. Now, the left leg out, it can always tap the floor. That's fine. But we're trying to feel our standing leg push into the floor. The muscles hug the bones for one more time to feel your balance. Okay, stretch over to the left and then switch. We're going to stretch over to the right. Okay, left arm is overhead, right knee is bent, belly is drawn in. So we're not leaning forward. We want to have our back against an imaginary wall. Exhale, push to balance. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, push. Inhale, stretch, and continue. Remembering your toe can always tap the floor. That's fine. Inhaling, pushing our standing foot into the floor. Okay, and feeling the muscles hug the bones. And stretch, and we'll do 2 more. Breathing out. And just wanting to feel just a short suspension. We don't have to hold there for long. And stretch. Good. And then just continue to shift your weight side to side. Make sure your stance is still wide just in case it got narrow. And if you can shift forward into a tabletop position, again with the chest a little bit lifted. So your eye and your chest is looking out. And we're going to reach opposite hand across. So there's a small twist in the spine. Wherever your arm reaches is up to you. Okay, so you might be a little bit higher. You might be a little bit lower. That's fine. Inhaling one way, exhaling the other way. Okay, keeping the low belly drawn in and making sure your knees are tracking in line with the second and the third toe. Okay, so again, we're going to go over to the left as we inhale, exhale, push to balance. Inhale, reaching down, exhaling, pushing to balance. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so we're spreading out our standing foot. We're feeling the muscles hug the bones and just feeling that you don't need to grip or tense your body to find your balance. Okay, if you need to keep your toe on the floor, that's totally fine. 2 more. Last one. And switch over to the other side. So going down to the right, exhaling, pushing onto our left leg. Inhale, exhale. Okay, we're spreading out our foot on the floor. Try not to grip. Okay, we're spreading out the toes. Just a slight lift in the arch of the foot so we can feel all 4 corners of our foot really anchor down. And we'll do 2 more. Breathing in and out, and in and out. Good, and land. Now having your feet wide, have your heels right behind your toes. Breathing in, let's lift the belly, lift the chest, and fold in the hips, coming down, letting your upper body hang. If you can, holding onto your elbows and letting the body fold down. Okay, staying here. Feel free to be still, or if there's any kind of wiggling or shaking out that you want to do, you can let your head and your shoulders shake, your hips shake. Just breathing fully and slowly. Feel the energy moving through the body and just allowing the energy to travel to all the places in the body. So the whole body gets to benefit. Wonderful. Okay, bring yourself down to sitting as we finish. Okay, and so if you can start off sitting with your right leg out to the side, just slightly in front of you. Left leg is bent, so your heel is in line with your pubic bone. And then we'll reach the left arm out, turn it out, bring the hand up behind your head or beside your ear. Lengthen up, especially through the right side of your waist, and then side bend up and over to the right. And this right hand can be on the behind, in front, wherever you want is fine. Staying here, we're going to try to stretch the elbow up towards the sky as we relax the head down and just breathing here and seeing if you can breathe fully and slowly, like we're digesting a good meal. We're really taking in all the benefits of our fantastic workout we just did. One more breath. Peel yourself up. And then if you can turn towards the leg through your rib cage, roll your shoulders back and really lift the chest. Reach your chest out. So we're hinging at the hips, lengthening over the leg. And when you can't go any further, let your upper body relax. Let the arms rest wherever you like. Let the head and shoulders relax. And breathing here. Okay, breathing here, we're going to try to bring the left rib cage forward and down towards the leg, and we're gently pulling our right waist back. So there's a little bit of rotation. We're getting the stretch through the low back. Head and shoulders completely relaxed for one more breath. Peel yourself up, and we'll switch over to the other side. So we have our left leg out, and right heel is in towards the pubic bone. We're going to lengthen up through our right arm, bringing the hand behind the head or by the ear. Lengthen up through your spine, especially the left side of your waist, and then side bending over, letting this left arm rest wherever you like. Okay, just gently reaching the right ear up, opening up the ribs, and letting the head relax down and breathing here. Okay, feeling the belly lift and the spine really curve up and over, so it's like you're a rainbow. Okay, the shoulders are relaxed. For one more breath. Peel yourself up. Turn towards the leg through the ribs. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your chest. And then hinging from your hips. Okay, this might be very small, and that's fine. Just finding your range of motion through your hips and your low back. Once you can't go any further, you let your upper body relax, let your hands rest down wherever they comfortably go, staying and breathing here. Okay, breathing here, we're trying to bring our right ribs forward and down towards the leg, and we're pulling our left waist back, creating a little bit of twist so we can feel some more stretch through the right side of the low back. The head and shoulders completely relaxed. And just gently peel yourself up. Okay, we're just going to take a moment to finish sitting. Feel free to sit on something. I'm actually going to take my yoga block. You could take the cushion that you used earlier and come to sitting onto it. And if we can just take a moment to sit up tall, let the eyes just gently close. And just staying here, just taking time to feel the breath and to feel the energy moving through the body. And noticing any heat or tingling or vibration through the body. And just letting yourself take that in, right? Feeling the aliveness that movement and exercise awakens. And just keeping that connection to that aliveness, that vitality. Let's just begin to relax. And relaxing the eyes and spreading out the forehead. Relaxing the jaw, all the muscles of your face. And relaxing the throat, the neck. Just feeling the breath travel through the shoulders and down through the arms and the hands, just letting the arms and the hands feel their weight. Feeling the breath traveling through the length of the torso, through the chest and through the belly. Relaxing through the hips, feeling your connection to your seat. Softening through the legs and the feet and the toes, just letting the breath travel into the space between the muscles and the toe and the bones. Just taking a last moment here just to bring to mind something that's happened in the last day or two, could be big or small, but just something that awakens the feeling of gratitude. And it could be something small or something really big, a moment of connecting to yourself, to another person, to another being, or to nature. Just reliving that moment, not just in your mind, but really through the whole body, feeling it once more. And knowing that that beautiful feeling is always inside of you. Let's finish together. If you can let your eyes open, you can keep your hands where they are. They can come onto your heart or together at your heart, whatever you like. And if you can lift your chest, bow your head down and bowing towards yourself with deep respect and kindness. Wonderful. I hope that feels very good. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your day.